This is Apostle Kennedy come for you once again from W.A.T.C community. We'll be studying today, God love is greater than my sin. God love is greater than my sin. And we'll be going to the book of Psalm 139, and we'll start at the 7th verse. And I pray that you enjoyed this lesson, and I pray that you've been doing great going into 2014. And I believe that God has been doing wonderful things in your life. And I thank you for watching this net. I thank you for enjoying this net. And I pray that you come see us for the Repair of the Breach Comfort in June. That we'll have a glorious time. It's free. And I pray that you make an appointment to come see us, that we'll have a wonderful time in Christ Jesus. Amen. Let's go to the book of Psalms 139, and we'll start at verse 7. And here we see David really acknowledge who God is. And God has placed on his heart that regardless what shape and what form David find himself in, he was able to praise his way through. He was able to speak to God, and God let him know that regardless what state you in, my love is greater than your sin. And what God said by that, he's not saying continue in sin. He's saying that just in case you do sin, my love is greater, meaning that God is able enough and quick to forgive you, because that's the God he is. He is the God of love, and he is looking for a people that will call him God, that he may show that love even greater. It's not nothing that we do. It's not nothing that we can buy to give to him to replace the love or purchase the love that he has for us. But he have that love regardless of how we act or what position that we find ourselves in. But I'm here to let you know that God's love is greater than my sin. And at verse 7, it said, "Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?" And David here let us know that wherever we go, we cannot hide from the Spirit of God. Or wherever we may find ourselves in, we cannot hide from his presence. So what we have to come to the reality that God's love is greater than our sin, meaning that our sin cannot stop God from looking for us or stop God from being in our presence, because he constantly trying to find people. He put things in our life that we may find him and have the opportunity to love on him and share his greatness, his love that when he sent Jesus to the cross, that we may feel that grace that he had given us, to let us know that, hey, I will give my only son for you. And that's why you have to understand God's love is greater than your sin. He's not going to put you down. He's not going to talk about you. He's not going to criticize you. He's going to have open arms when you come back to him. And I thank you that if you can see or feel in your heart that the love of God have, that he wants you, he needs you, he searched for you. And that's why David come to reality saying, hey, I cannot get from your spirit. I cannot hide from your spirit. I can't even hide from your presence, because you are there, God. You are there looking for me. You are there looking for somebody soul to save. And that's the God of love that we have. He'll never give up on you. He'll never leave you or forsake you when you're on this wheel. It's all about how you feel about God and you making him your God. He will never leave you or forsake you. He's always there. He said, David said, even I cannot flee, I cannot hide from your spirit. Even I can't flee from your presence. And God letting us know today that it doesn't matter what we have done. He said his love is greater than the position that we're in, the thought that we think of ourselves. He said his love is greater. Verse 8, it said, "If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. And now David have made a powerful statement. He said, if I find myself in heaven, you are there. Meaning that you have made it to heaven, and God said, once you find me, all the things that I've been telling you, all the things that Jesus have been speaking about me is there. He said, when I find myself in heaven, you is there. So, in a word, God let David know that it is not a lie that we will be in heaven places. We will be there with him, right along with the Son of God, on the right hand of Jesus Christ. He said, we will be there. This is not nothing fake. He said, I wouldn't have told you if I didn't have many mentions. I wouldn't have said it to you because I'm a God, I cannot lie. And then David went powerful and say, if I lay my bed in hell, meaning that if I put myself in position, if I put myself in hell, you are there. Because we understand that Satan don't have the key no more. Jesus Christ have the key. He have all power. And David said, if I find myself in hell, you are there. And let it be known, it's both hell and heaven. And I pray that we go to heaven because we want to suffer in a place of hell. So David said, even if I find myself in hell, you are there. And that's how much God loves you. Regardless if you doing wrong against him, you don't love him. God said, my love is greater than your sin. For God to not totally destroy you, he must have love for you. If you find yourself in hell, David said, God, you are there. You are there. And that's what you have to understand. But I pray that you get in the will of God, that you don't have to see hell. God will be there. But I pray that you get in position that you never see a place like that. That we all find ourselves in a place of heaven, a place of worship, and a place that we will always be in the presence of God. And there won't be no suffering, there won't be no more crying. We'll all be worshiping God day and night, as the angels do. Because we want to be there at that place, that we can have eternal life with the Father, that the sun shine, and there'll be no darkness. It'll always shine because the glory of God. And I thank God for that. Not giving up on us, not taking away his love, because his love is greater than our sin. It's greater than our position that we're in. It's greater than our thoughts that we think of ourselves. It's greater than the next person thought that they think of us. God's love is greater than that. David is going even further, and he say, verse 9, he said, if I take thy wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost part of the sea. David even took it to another direction. He said, when I rise up, you are there. You are watching over me because your love is greater. When love shows, love follow you all the places that you will go. And love is constantly making you feel that you are worthy of the glory of that person that's standing beside you or with you. It's always encouraging you. And that's the love of God. He's always trying to push you to greatness. It's not that he wants you to be right. He said he leads you in the path of righteousness for his sake. He's doing it for his sake because he said he loves you. Because God's love is greater than your sin. God's love is greater than my sin. But God trying to get you to understand, he don't want you to continue in the sin. But his love cover a multitude of sin that we may push forward and say we don't need sin anymore. We need the love of God. We need to show God righteousness in our life. And I guarantee you our life will be more wonderful played out on this earth. It would be just like heaven, abundantly joy, abundantly excitement, abundantly blessed. The thing that you feel like you deserve, you start attaining those things because the love of God will give you the blessing, give you the thing that you so desire. Amen. Verse 10. It says, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. You got to understand. He said, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. God said, I will take you by the hand to your destiny, to the place of plentifulness. I will hold your hand, just like he did the children of Israel when he brought them out of Egypt. God held them by the hand and took them to places, overcoming the enemy. God guided them. Even when they seem like they are failed, even when they have sinned in the wilderness, God said, now my hand that was leading you, now we're going to become a guide for you, to hold you up, that you may stand fast and see his salvation. That when you are weak, he said, I'll hold you. My hand will hold you. Meaning that he will care for you, regardless of the state that you're in, long enough for you can come out that state and love him once again. Because God's love is greater than your position. God's love is greater than the thing that you do. God's love is greater than the thoughts that you are thinking about him. Because it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you think. It doesn't matter how you convince other people how they think. God's love is one way. It doesn't matter what you do. God's love is greater than your sin. God's love is greater than my sin. Because it's abundantly. It doesn't run out. And most people say love runs out. Love doesn't run out. Feeling runs out. But love doesn't run out. Because God been loving us since the foundation of the world. And that's why I come to you today, say, God's love is greater than our sin. Even when he wanted to destroy us, his love overshadowed the destruction that he thought of us. When Noah went inside the boat, God said, I can't destroy these people because I love them. And God's love showed up the day that he wanted to destroy the whole world. And then he gave us a promise when he gave the rainbow, just to let us know a remembrance of what he thought of doing to this group of people. But God said, my love, the rainbow of love, shadow us today to let us know how much love God has for us and how much God's love is greater than our sin. Let's go a little further. It said, if I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. This is so powerful. God say, however you look at it, in your darkest hour that you might be in dark, God said, my love shines still over you. Even though you feel like you're going through a loss, even though you feel like you can't make it, but God say, my love shines still, because he's there loving on you, trying to get you through what you're going through. He's trying to show you that it's not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as your thought process may make it seem. God's love is still shining, and that's what we need. We need somebody love to shine when we at our uttermost part, as David say. If I find myself in the uttermost part of the sea, if I find myself in the uttermost part of my life, he said, I'm there, and God's love will shine in the most darkest hour that we have. If we have lost a loved one, if we have lost houses, if we have lost cars, if we have lost a job, God said, at the most darkest hour, I'm there with you, showing you love. And if you grab hold to my love, grab hold to my hand, I will guide you and hold you up. I will hold you and show you that I can get you through this. But he said, if you have to give him your love. You have to give him the attention that he so desires, because he's constantly giving love. It's up to us to accept the goodness of God, the goodness of him, the love that gonna make our life shine, that somebody might see the God in us. But you have to give him your hand. Let him show you the way. Let him be your guide. And when you do come in the midst of trouble, he said he will hold you up. Verse 12. He said, yes, the darkness hide not from thee, but the night shine as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. And David said it so plainly. He said, regardless if it's day or night, your love shine. And cannot no darkness take away your love. Even in the midst of all our trouble, and we have to look at God and say, God, help me. God, show me a way that I can get out of this. Because God will give us the strength. He said, even though trouble is happening in the most darkest hour, he said, in your morning, there will be joy. And God, speak that peace because his love is constantly with you in your most darkest hours. Even though it's night, but it still do not stop the presence of God. It still doesn't stop the love of God. Because God said, I'm there with you. I'm in the midst of it. And what people might look like you're going to a darkness, God said, my love will overshadow that and bring you out. Seemed like you should have died. Seemed like you should have lost everything. But the love of God help you wake up and help you to push to the destiny that he have for you. Meaning the blessing that he have for you. The wonderful life that he have for you. Abundantly life that he have for you. So what David is trying to get us to understand, that God have put in his heart that no matter where you at, God love is greater than your problem. God love is greater than the position that you are in. God love is greater than the thoughts that you think. Because God said your thoughts is not his thought. Even your ways is not his way. That's why God said, my love is greater than your sin that you are in, or in the position that you're in. Because God want to push you to a higher level. He got a place that where he wants you at. He got destiny that he want to take you. Because his love is so wonderful that all the people in the world feels it. Because that's his love. We can look around and see the beautiful thing he created just for us. And then he let Adam name them just for us. He built a foundation, a earth for heaven just for us. He made the plant grow just for us. He make it rain just for us. That's the greatness of God's love that he shares with us. He wanted to share the imagination that he had. And he wanted to place us in it, that we can have a life abundantly. That the love that he has for us will spread out. And that's the thing about God. His love never changes. You can be the most dirty-minded, the most nasty thinking person, the most hateful person in this world. God's love still overshadows the darkness of your life. And that's what you got to understand. God's love is greater than your position. Let's go a little further. He said, for thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. What God trying to get you to understand, he said, you are so blessed because of my love. My love make you look wonderful. My love, my presence